Hi, welcome to Where RV USA. I'm Russ Hicks.
And I'm Val Hicks.
Today we're going to take a tour of a great American community known as Front Royal, Virginia. This is a small community located about an hour and a half west of Washington, D.C. It serves as a bedroom community for a lot of the people that work in the capital. They tend to drive about an hour to the start of the metro line, park their cars, and take the metro into Washington, D.C. They live all the way out here because of the cost of living. It's much cheaper. There's a great retirement community with a lot of hospitals and facilities designed for an elderly community, and yet there's a lot of activities for those that are recreational minded. It's a tremendous little community. The people were incredibly warm and accepting, and we found 3 unique stories that we want to share with you. Our first segment is going to take a step back in time. Front Royal was pivotal strategically both during the Revolutionary War and more importantly during the Civil War. In the Civil War, because of its proximity to Washington, D.C., and the fact that both main thoroughfares and the Shenandoah River allowed both land and water traffic to move from the north to the south. One of the most important battles of the Civil War was fought at Front Royal and made Stonewall Jackson famous. They have a driving tour that you can take that will show you some of the significant parts of the battle and how Stonewall Jackson was successful in defending Front Royal from overwhelming troops from the Union. To help us with this driving tour, we were lucky enough to get a great guide, Matt Wendling, who works for the Warren County Planning Office, and he understood the significance and details behind all of the stops along the way. So let's take a look at that journey.
Okay, so we're on the Royal Shenandoah Greenway, also known as the Eastern Park Walking Trail. And we have a Battle of Front Royal interpretive sign. We have our famous Lieutenant General Thomas Stonewall Jackson, of which Route 340 is named after. He fought the Battle of Front Royal here in May of 1862. This trail basically followed an old road called Water Street that brought you into Front Royal and Luray Avenue, which was the primary road into the historic area of town of Front Royal. The front of an interpretive marker here talks a little bit about commerce on the Shenandoah, and in the early periods of the founding of the town of Front Royal and Warren County, the river was a critical transportation route for commerce. Okay, so we are about a mile south of the town limits of Front Royal on Route 340 South, also known as Stonewall Jackson Highway. There's a little bit of significance with Stonewall here. Our very own Bell Boyd, Bell the LaBelle rebel spy, met Jackson near this area during the Battle of Front Royal, May 23rd, 1862, to provide him with critical information about the Union troops in the town of Front Royal at the time. So we're at Prospect Hill Cemetery, and we have the Civil War Trails interpretive signage marker here. The Civil War Trails is a program that both Virginia and a number of other states participate in, and we have these throughout the town and county, interpreting a lot of our Civil War sites within the community and within the county. This one talks a little bit about Jackson as he prepares for the Battle of Front Royal, and that's May 23rd, 1862. at that battle, 2 Maryland regiments fought against one another, one for the Union, one for the Confederacy, of which there were brothers that participated in each unit. The importance of this is that it showed that this battle and the Civil War itself was not just against ideologies, but ideologies within families and communities in many ways. We are at the Confederate Soldiers Memorial Circle here at the top of Prospect Hill. We've got a lot of great views from here, and it's a commemorative area for the soldiers that fought for the Confederacy during the Civil War of 1861 to 1865. We are still in Prospect Hill Cemetery, and we are at the Mosby Monument. That's a dedication to the 7 men who were killed by Union troops during the year of 1864. This was done by the infamous George Armstrong Custer's units, and it opened up a real can of worms. So this battle itself, being one of the victories of Stonewall Jackson's famous Shenandoah Valley campaign, really highlights that idea that this Civil War was a real challenge for communities and families to deal with as they were losing sons to each cause.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that driving tour. If you want more information about that, check out the links below. And our second segment is about the brewing industry that saved many family farms in Virginia. Bonnie Clifford paved the way for that farming revolution with her herb farm turned brewery. She's a trailblazer, and the Backroom Brewery is a hidden gem in Virginia. Let's see how she got started. Hi everybody, we are here with Billy Clifton at the Backroom Brewery, and she is going to tell us how this wonderful place got started. They are the flagship brewery on a farm in Virginia.
Our history is that we are a 40-acre farm. We started out growing the culinary herbs for the garden center trade.
I love herbs.
I do too. That's the difference between restaurant cooking and home cooking. Is fresh cut herbs. We started by building greenhouses and growing the culinary herbs for the garden center trade. So we grow anywhere from 120 to 150,000 potted plants every spring. Woke up one morning and realized that hops are herbs. Hops are the herbs that flavor beer. We should be growing hops. We should become a farm brewery. So we went to our planning commission and asked them to write the ordinance for us to become a brewery. They did. It was wonderful. It was a success for us and for our county as well. We became a farm brewery in 2013. A year and a half later, the governor of Virginia decided to decree that all counties in the state of Virginia should allow breweries to exist on agriculturally zoned lands. So we were kind of the trailblazer. It wasn't that easy for us, but it's very easy for other farms now to do what we're doing, and we're proud of that. We're proud of that legacy. I really did start brewing in the back room in the Sunflower Cottage. So I did just an American pale ale to begin with, and then I decided I would do a lagerish type beer, so I did a Kolsch. How many barrels did you brew this year? 7. So I did a red ale, and it was delicious, really good. And then I said, okay, let's see if we can do a herbal beer, because we're a herb farm, and came up with the lemon basil wheat beer. And I brewed that, and it was so awesome. And that's when I knew we can do this, and I was immediately thinking of other recipes. So cilantro lime, wheat beer, rosemary, orange, amber ale, bay nut brown. It just kind of really took off at that point when I realized that we could brew beer that truly reflect who we are, that would reflect the farm that we've spent the past 10 years, you know, building and hanging on to. Here's the barn.
Oh, this is awesome. So is this a prefab steel building, or?
No, this is an Amish-built pole barn.
Oh my goodness.
We had a family, an Amish family from Leola, Pennsylvania, drive down every day. They'll put this barn up for us.
Huge big bar.
Yeah, this is our live edge bar. We actually built this bar on site.
Oh my goodness.
So we're real proud of it. So we put it right out of our cooler. We've got kegs on the other side of this wall. Right out of our cooler.
Yeah, you're having your inauguration of this building when?
Grand opening, August the 3rd.
Okay.
Yep, we're gonna have 6 bands on site.
Oh my
We're gonna
goodness.
have,
Like an all-day festival kind of thing?
all-day festival.
Well, for a second career in life, I think you have done well.
It's not been boring. It's not been boring at all.
Val has done a lot of research on local brewing industries, and she's put links in the comment section below. Make sure and check those out if you want to see places to go for taste testing and sampling and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So this last segment is about the recreation industry in Front Royal. It's a incredibly lush green environment in the Shenandoah Mountains and lends itself to canoeing and hunting and fishing. And another big thing is hiking, because it's right along the Appalachian Trail, right?
Yep. When people get to Front Royal from the trail, some of them have been on the road, on the hike, for about 72 days. So they're ready for what they call a 0 day, where they come off the trail into a town, refresh their supplies. If they're lucky, they find a place like what I found called the Basecamp in Front Royal, where they can do their laundry, get a fresh shower, have real food cooked by somebody besides on a campfire, and take a break before they get back on the trail.
We want to say thank you to Carrie Barnhart of Vibe Properties, who helped create this and maintain it, along with the partners that we'll show you in the video.
Yeah.
So
Let's take a look. Yeah.
Without any further ado, let's take a look at that.
Hey everybody, we are here at Front Royal Basecamp, and I am here with...
Hi, I'm Carrie Barnhart from Vibe Properties and Front Royal Brewing Company.
This is a very unique place. If you hike the Appalachian Trail, this is a stop you definitely want to put on your list.
Basecamp Front Royal, it has 4 businesses. It has Front Royal Brewing Company, Mountain Trails, which is an outfitters, a bakery, Downhill Comfort Bakery, and Vanilla Wine and Tapas restaurant. And Basecamp Front Royal actually is a facility geared towards thru hikers on the Appalachian Trail. And when hikers get here, they're about 1,000 miles in. They come to Front Royal.
Right?
So I'm Captain, or my name's Richard, but
Okay.
Captain's my trail name.
Got it?
This is my 71st day on the Appalachian Trail, and we're here in Front Royal
Yeah.
at the base camp, and it's just been a really excellent resource for hikers. You know, you come into a town like this, you never know what to expect, and I want to say blown away, but I don't know if that totally encapsulates where our feelings are.
We like that.
Just really welcoming, really nice, and a very pleasant way to end our trip through the Shenandoahs and then continue our trip through the Appalachian Trail.
Myself at Basecamp, which is a facility that has an industrial washer dryer. It has caged lockers. It has a hiker box, which is take something and leave something, and it has a loaner box, which has all the clothes you never want to put them on and wash everything you have. It also has a boot dryer over here, shower, and a big laundry sink in case you need to wash stuff out. And then we have a bathroom for them too. And then we have paper information as well.
Oh, like a bulletin board?
A bulletin board with hostels and maps and everything they need there. Here they'll leave messages, they'll just leave their trail names. All of them have trail names. They get that from others on the trail, usually funny stories with their trail names. And they'll leave their trail name and the place that they're from, and you can see they're from all over the world. The facility is completely free to them.
And there's supposed to be some hostels in the area or
Yeah, there's
something
some great
too?
hostels in the area as well, and we partner with them as well. And so it is just a great community effort, I think.
Well, this is awesome. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing it beyond these walls.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you're a hiker, make sure you put this one on your list because Front Royal is located about halfway between the start and end of the Appalachian Trail, so it makes a very logical stop. We've put links down below in the comments section to allow you to get more information on that if you want to put that into your planning.
So I hope you enjoyed our taste of Front Royal, and I want to give a big shout out to Felicia Hart, the tourism director from Front Royal, who was instrumental and invaluable in helping us coordinate all these interviews and getting in touch with all these great people from the town of Front Royal. Thanks, Felicia.
We hope you enjoyed this format. It's a little bit different than you're going to see on a lot of the YouTube channels. What we want to do is kind of get out of the way and let people tell their stories because we think that they know them better than we can. I think we've got more stories to tell and we want to share them with you, but if you have suggestions for a great American community that you think we should visit, please share that in the comments. We're looking for places to go to consider retiring to, places to go to relocate to for job or family, or places to go to just refresh.
So if you liked what you saw, please subscribe and tell your friends and subscribe too, the button below. And then if you have other things you'd like to check out from more stories behind this story, go to our website at www.greatamericancommunities.com. This is Russ and Val Hicks from Where RV USA, and we'll see you down the road.